Fishing has always been a pastime and a lifelong sport that can be enjoyed by almost anyone. Unknown to most, fishing is also one of the largest markets in food resource providing services. Overharvest and underregulation of fishing practices has left the total population in an unannounced chaos. If this has sparked any interest in you, please pay attention to the statistics and current fishing practices and what you could do to turn around this current extinction. Overfishing occurs when fish and other marine species are caught faster than they can reproduce. It is the result of growing demand for seafood around the world, combined with poor management of fisheries and the development of new, more effective fishing techniques. If left unchecked, it will destroy the marine ecosystem and jeopardize the food security of more than 1 billion people for whom fish are a primary source of protein. According to the Food and Agriculture Organization, 1 in 5 people on this planet depends on fish as the primary source of protein. Also, 3/4 of the world's fish stocks are being harvested faster than they can reproduce. Did you also know that 80% of fish population worldwide are already fully exploited or in decline? Another interesting fact is 90% of all large predatory fish, including tuna, sharks, swordfish, cod, and halibut, are gone due to overharvest of these keystone species. Scientists predict that if current trends continue, world food fisheries could collapse entirely by 2050. Currently, half the seafood eaten worldwide comes from aquaculture. That's why aquaculture is the fastest growing area of food production. It's kept up a steady expansion of 8.4% a year since 1970. One country dominates aquaculture, China, which grows a whopping 61% of the world's farmed seafood. If you add the rest of Asia, that accounts for 91%. Kilogram by kilogram, fish is very efficient. For every kilogram of dry food it eats, Atlantic salmon grows 1 kilogram of flesh. Compare that to chickens, who requires 3 to 5 kilograms per kilogram of meat. And pigs take 8 kilograms to make a kilogram of pork. The most efficient of all are shellfish. Oysters and clams don't need to be fed. They feed themselves by filtering the water for nutrients. And as a bonus benefit, they clean the water as they eat. As a population, humans are now in a process called fishing down the food web. Large predator fish with higher trophic levels have been depleted in wild fisheries. As a result, the fishing industry has been systematically fishing down the food web, targeting fish species with trophic levels that are progressively decreasing. Fishing vessels now increasingly pursue the smaller forage fish, such as herrings, sardines, and anchovies, that are lower on the food chain. This increases the amount of net fishing that is used and dramatically increases by catch and habitat destruction. Bottom trawling is an industrial fishing method where a large net with heavy weights is dragged across the seafloor, scooping up everything in its path. From the targeted fish to the incidentally caught centuries-old corals, bottom trawls are used in catching marine life that live on the seafloor, such as shrimp, cod, sole, and flounder. In the U.S., bottom trawling occurs on the Pacific, Atlantic, and Gulf coasts, capturing more than 800 million pounds of marine life in 2007. Why is it a problem? Bottom trawling is unselective and severely damaging to seafloor ecosystems. The net indiscriminately catches every life and object it encounters. Thus, many creatures end up mistakenly caught and thrown overboard dead or dying, including endangered fish and even vulnerable deep-sea corals which can live for several hundred years. This collateral damage, called bycatch, can amount to 90% of a trawl's total catch. Such habitat destructions can leave the marine ecosystem permanently damaged. Now you may ask yourself, what can I do to help? First, by stepping away from wild catch and letting them naturally regain populations, we can wait for them to replenish to a stable percentage so that they can again be harvested sustainably. By buying a fishing license, it helps the DNR provide better statistics for how much of the fish population is being harvested and to help provide good laws and policies to govern the harvest. Also, almost all that money goes to conservation and the betterment of the system. Furthermore, anyone can help push for better laws and regulations of the fisheries industry. The main goal would be to spread education to those that are less informed on the issue. Get out there, enjoy your resources while you still can. Get others, especially the youth, involved. The future of our world depends on this generation, and we truly have the ability to change it for the better. This is your chance to make a difference. Do something.
You get a line and I'll get a pole, honey. You get get a line and I'll get a pole, babe. You get a line and I'll get a pole. We'll go down and crawl that hole.